Hi. You'll have to forgive me. I am filming this from my car. I tried to film it in my classroom, but the janitor was in there vacuuming, so that didn't work. And I was going to film it in my house, but there's a small get-together going on in there. So, I'm just going to film it from my car. So I'm going to go through all of the hand motions that I use, for Unit 2. Some of them may repeat from Unit 1. And I'm going to go through, I think, Week 1, Week 3, and Week 4, and just show you an example of each one. Some of them might be a little different than Unit 1, and you can choose which one you like better. Sometimes I switch it up depending on the group, so it just really depends. So I thought I would just show you new things. So, let's see. Week 1, Day 1. Language awareness, that was definitely in Unit 1, where you just have the kids chop out, the sentences, so I won't re-put it through this one. But blending with onset and rhyme. So, I, the teacher, will separate it by onset and rhyme, and the children then say the whole word. So I would go, t-uck. What's the word? Tuck. And the kids would tell me what the word is. Or s-ag. And then I'd wait and listen for the kids to tell me what the word is. For segmenting words, I would just say the word, and the kids would say it back to me. Some kids choose to separate it, some don't. It's up to them. If they're struggling, I have them separate it. If they're not struggling, there's no need. So I would say tuck. The kids would say t-uck, tuck. That you could also say it as you say tuck, and the kids would say tuck, t-uck. Whichever way you want best. They can segment it first and then say the word, or say the word and then segment it. Whichever works for your class the best. Rhyming. This one's definitely new. So you say all 3 words, and the students repeat the words that rhyme. So I would say send, sack, tack. The kids would say sack, tack. Or sad, mad, nice. Sad, mad. And the kids would tell you what it was. Onset. So I will say the sentence, and the kids tell me the sound that repeats on the onset of the sentence. Do not let the children say the letter name. It is not about letter names. It's not phonics. It's phonemic awareness. Okay? So I would say Paul paints purses. The kids would say p, p, p. Okay? I don't have any hand motions for that one. It's usually pretty straightforward. For final sounds, it's not a sentence. It would be calf, surf. The kids would say. Now, if your kids are really struggling with it, you can over-enunciate to help them and then move away from doing that. So I would say calf, surf, so they'd get it. Or I could just say, if they really get it, yelp, tarp. And let them give me. I usually let my kids say it 3 times. Just something about 3s in my classroom. It works for us. Deleting phonemes. I would say word is jam. Take away the j, and you have am. And the kids would say am. Another way to do it would be am. If they're really struggling, take away the j, and you have am. That would be for your really struggling kids, like really struggling with it, where you would break it into the phonemes and then say what to take away. Most kids, if they've made it through Unit 1 without a lot of problems, you should be able to say word is ramp, take away the r, and that you have amp. Pretty straightforward. But if they're struggling, you can break it down by phoneme for them. Adding phonemes. So I would say an. Students would say an. Add k. Not c. Not c. The line, the lines there say, you're saying the sound to them. So, k. And then the students would say can. Another example would be ill. Ill. Add m to the beginning, and you have mill. If they're struggling, another hand motion you can use is an, add k, to the beginning and you have can. So show them, here's the end. Here's what I'm adding to make it together. And together it forms can. So this unit's really about a lot of segmenting, a lot of blending. So it's a lot of putting together. Substituting, one of my favorites. I'd say word is king. King. Change the k to a r. And you have ring. I show them, like I'm taking something away, but I'm putting something back in. I'm plugging something back in. Okay, week 2, day 1, we move on to having onset by itself in this week. So I'm going to read the 2 words. The students give me a thumbs up if they start with the same sound, or thumbs down if they don't. So, Paul, paint. Thumbs up, they rhyme. But if I said dump, lump, they may rhyme, but they don't start with the same onset. Blending, segmenting, same thing. Rhyming, you say both words. Students thumbs up if they rhyme, thumbs down if they don't. Straightforward for them there. Final sounds, we move into sentences for them. So I would say, Dad played hard. D, d, d. Okay? If they're really struggling, again, over enunciate. Dad played hard. And you might have to do that 1 or 2 days and then kind of just move away from saying it so loud until you're just saying it normally. Deleting phonemes is the same. Adding phonemes is the same. Substituting phonemes is the same. Looking at week 4, onset changes. So you give, repeat the words to the students and they give the beginning sound. So I'd say fox, fig, fame. Okay? Or zoo, zig, zipper. Zzz, and the kids will tell you the sound that it starts with. Blending. This is where we move into blending, not just onset rhyme, but blending phonemes. So I would say each phoneme and the students say the whole word. So I'd say s-at. What's the word? Sat. And I do this as they say the word to me. And they also will go. So I'll go d-ate. Date. We find that really helpful. And the kids do that during their own writing too, to kind of sound things out as well. Segmenting, again, I'll say tuck, they'll say tuck, t-uck, tuck. And then I usually have them repeat it again at the end and show me that they're blending it. Rhyming, you say all 3 words, students repeat the word that does not rhyme. So, time, lime, yes. Students, yes. It doesn't rhyme. No real hand motions for that one. It's different than the past weeks where they're saying the things that do rhyme. This time they're going back and saying the things that don't rhyme. So you might have to do some retraining, but it's really good for them to be able to switch back and forth and tell the difference. Final sounds, thumbs up, thumbs down. I think that we've done that one. Deleting phonemes is the same. Adding phonemes is the same. We're just working with long vowels now. Substituting phonemes is the same. So that's pretty much Unit 2. I'll have a video up for Unit 3 sometimes next week for you to watch. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you still need help, go to the link below. Send me a question on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Leave your email, and we can chat. We can talk on the phone. I'm willing to help you as much as you need to get this program working for you. I'm going to try and film some small group lessons with it. I just have to figure out camera placement in my classroom because we don't have photo release. So I just want you to be able to see the kids' hands but not see their faces. But again, questions, just go underneath and send me a message, and I'd love to talk to you. Hopefully you find this interesting, helpful to what you're doing in your own classroom. Thank you.